Wow, is it 3 o'clock already? I'm glad you're here, but I was thinking it was about 2:45 and I look up and my clock says 3 o'clock. Let me make an adjustment right here. And then now I'm going to wait for Facebook to give me a cue so that I can see your comments on Facebook. Should be coming through any minute, and then I have something to say. Oh, there I am. It usually isn't that fast, is it? Okay, well, we're live. I'm Marty Whitney, and I'd like to welcome you to ARTitude Adjustment. I teach fun art, not fine art, and I usually start with a new project on Mondays, and we finish it on Friday. So as you come on, I hope you'll just say, "Hi, Marty," or "Hello there," because I'd like to know you're here, and I won't put you on the spot and make you paint solo or anything. I teach art all over the country. My husband and I are RVers, and I teach at RV resorts, international RV rallies, at private resorts. The list goes on and on. And so while we're traveling, I will have scheduled projects for rallies, and we just have a lot of fun. It gives people a chance to get to know each other a lot better, and they get to know more about art, more about painting, and it makes them less intimidated about completing a project. RVers aren't real good on doing canvases, so we usually do something that's different, but it will always be painting for the most part. Today, I brought in some, today we're finishing our jazzy trumpet. Let me show you what we're doing. Well, this is the last day of our project for the jazzy trumpet, and I haven't completed painting it because I gotta do some details and make it pretty. It's not pretty yet. Let me see if I can give you another shot of it, and you'll see that I'd like to do a little more, it's going to be decorated a lot better. Now, I got this trumpet in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it was, a lady was selling it. Her husband had passed, and he had used it for many years. It wasn't in real good shape, and it came with a case. I don't know that it didn't belong to Pete Fountain. No, not Pete Fountain. Al Hurt or Louis Armstrong. But she wanted the money and I wanted the trumpet. So I decided I would bring it and put it with my other instruments that I use for painting. I've got a couple of more projects going on for painted instruments, and you won't want to miss those. There are a couple of things I wanted to show you today, though. I always like to bring in some of the projects that I've done in the past and show you. I had a project one time where I was doing beads that look like this. Let me bring them over here. You know, this is a challenge. I could crash at any time, but I think I'm okay right now. But I want to show you this. These are some of the beads that I painted at first. They looked like this. In fact, let me put me in a little bitty circle here, and then that will enable you to see this a little bit better. There. And you'll see a project, and you can see that I really am talking and I really am a person. They originally came like this. I think these are 1-inch beads, and quite frankly, they could be I don't know, I think they're 1-inch beads, because when I bought them several years ago, I really went crazy painting them. And you can see I painted them all different colors and everything. I had quite a collection of them, and this is how I hold them whenever I want to. Let me see if I can give you a close-up. I just put them on a straw. They used to have these straws at Panera. That's the only place I could find them. So I just kept a couple whenever I'd go in there, and I've collected these too. These are little 1/8 inch half-inch beads, but they have an 8-inch hole. But along came our having a need for easels in here. We don't paint with canvas very often. I've explained the reason why to you before, but this, we had a gentleman here who designed an easel, and the reason I'm showing you this is that these are so handy if you've got a small classroom and you don't want to bring out those great big easels. So let me just show you this. I don't know the best way to do this. It's a tripod, and he put some holes in these little beads. Let me see if I can get this in there. It's got 3 little holes. They come apart. That's what's nice. I can store them very easily. Let me see, where is that? Yep, there it is. There are 3 little holes underneath, and you just stick, oh gosh, don't you hate it that I'm spastic? There are 3 holes, and this one goes in here. I think he cut these to just to where it would be convenient for us whenever we painted. And this one kind of goes, it sticks in, but it's at an angle, so you can just put it on the table as a tripod. The next thing he did, though, was he put some little sticks in the wooden beads that were, well, they were already, no, these were beads that didn't have the hole in them, and so he put the sticks in there so that all we had to do when we were setting up an easel was to just put, hi Leica, I'm so glad you're here. All we did was we put the little bead in there, and it made it so colorful. So if I have a class that will require if it requires, you know, something like a canvas, or a lot of times we'll have programs where we need a description sheet of something, and these are all the things that I have left. Whenever we put our easels together, I've always got these to put in there. But I'm going back to doing these, painting the beads again now, because I have some time with doing believe it or not, doing the Facebook Lives has enabled me to get on some of the projects I've been putting off for so long, like my trumpet, that's one. But I use the canvases occasionally, like I will have an acrylic pour project coming up. It's perfect for that. So what I do is, just so you'll know, is I will gesso or prime the beads. See, these have 1 hole in them. Let me see if they're all like that. Yep, they've all got 1 hole, and I'll use them like that. Some of these have 2 holes, and let me see. Yeah, I bought all of these with 1 hole, so they could be used for that. I got my inspiration from a company out of, I think it's West Palm Beach, because you might want to look this up. It's a company called Angela Moore, and I'm so sure she's in business because she does round wooden beads. They're beautiful, and they're a real inspiration if you're interested in something like that. It's almost a real Florida craft, not a craft, but you know, they're all painted with acrylics. They're all finished with polyurethane. They're beautiful projects. And there's one other thing I want to show you. I'm so glad you're here, Leica. Let me show you this. I just brought this over. This is a class I did years ago, and it's a shadow box. And all of the class was given a shadow box that was shaped like this. I'm sure it's about 12 inches high, and then I painted the inside to look like a little French bistro restaurant. And I bought these, of course you know I bought these little doodad things at Hobby Lobby because they have so many cute little miniatures. And I had this one. This was, I don't know what this is. Looks like it comes apart, but it doesn't. And I have a big flower pot that also sits in front of that. Oh look, it has a little, that's it. It has a little toy chest, and you can make this into a bench if you want to. But I've got a flower pot that didn't make it over here, so on the way back home I'm going to have to check to see if I dropped it along the way, but probably not. It's probably in my room that where I store my crafts, which isn't big enough for me and everything else I have. So I wanted to show that to you, and wanted to ask you if you're getting ready for New Year's. And I said this the other day. How will you spend New Year's? Are you thinking about something that you did not serve you well in the year 2019? Because that might be where you need to work on changing some things. Be positive. Above all else, start the year out in a positive way. And also, that will attract a lot of people to you by your positivity. So I want you to, if you think about it and you got a pencil, write down Optimist Creed. That is something I live by, and I'm not kidding. I've lived by it for years, and it really will change your life. So the trumpet is waiting for us. Now I brought out some paints just to start out. Thank you, I appreciate that, Leica. And today I got confirmation that my suggestion for a couple of my rally projects were accepted, so I'm good to go. I don't have to put very much on here. This is the fun part. And then I'll show you my palette in just a second. Could do it right here. I like to use these in the tube, but you know, they're not convenient if you are teaching a class per se. But these are the real acrylic colors. This one is Liquitex, and they are so much better than the other colors, but there's a time and a place for everything. Some of these I think that will probably get us, I've got one more I want to put down here, but I got some more colors that I'm going to use. Got my water, my brushes. There's a brush I did not put in here. And here's the trumpet. Got my brushes. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this trumpet project, because it certainly did help me get into painting my instruments now. See, that's one problem with this one. It goes down and it won't come back up. So it'll come up. Oh, that one's coming up by itself. See, this one doesn't. Well, it could have been Al Hirsch, you never know. One thing I didn't get, I hate it when I do that, paper towels. We'll see if we can get by, or we'll see how long we can get by without a paper towel. These are going to be different colors. I might not be able to get, maybe somebody will come in here and they'll say, what can I hand you? I might have some over here. Here's what's stopping me, this. When I go too far, the world crashes. Haha! A hidden paper towel. And nothing crashed. We're so lucky today. Oh, another thing I was going to do down here, sometimes you can just double up on these. This is why I said it doesn't really matter if you miss a line or whatever. We're going to paint over it anyway. So that's okay for that. This might be a good size. I'm just using a little round. This is probably very inexpensive because it doesn't, oh yeah, no, it's a round, but it's a number 5. And it isn't inexpensive. I can see who made it. Let's just put a little bit of green. Are you able to see okay? Okay. I'm going to take me out of the picture because then I'll be able to do a zoom. Not that I'm painting very well, but you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. I can't zoom. I don't think I can zoom with you. Let's take me out of that and go in for a zoom. Okay. Now, oh, one I didn't put out here. You know it's got to have pink in it. Got to. Now, this is, oh, what I was going to say though, for next week, we're going to start on some beads. I want you to see just how pretty they can be, and they're going to be colorful. The beads are really in right now. I'm going to come over here. Yeah, see, I've glopped it. I didn't wipe it off as much as I should, so we'll just work around that. Okay. And I really wanted this. A lot of times when I have a paint already out, I should just go ahead and use some of that before I mess up this water anymore, because I'm not able to get up and down and change the water. So I was going to stay over here yesterday and work some more on my trumpet, and something came up. You know, it's just, I'm really busy right now, are y'all? Just seems like there's a lot going on, and it's after Christmas. Let's see. There. Now all I'm going to do is just put doodad on doodad all over here. That's a piece of paint, y'all. We're going to make geometric designs, which will make this a really cool collectible. Absolutely. Now today I've changed over to just plain acrylics. Instead of using the gloss acrylics, I've got a lot of folk art in here. I've got plaid, Americana. So it's just a mix match of manufacturers, but there are not gloss enamels like I used on the trumpet. So you can go over places where you made little glitches and just do your own design. It's going to be cute. Like, I mean, I would prefer this over a brass trumpet any day. Besides, you should have seen this when well, you saw it when we started, didn't you? Okay, thank you. Let's just turn it another way here so I can get some more little doodads done. And just because these green polka dots are here does not mean that's the end of their journey. They might come on another time. Leica, is your daughter here till like somewhat time in January? Like, I think my grandson has to be back. Okay. Now I'm going to leave that area right there. And, well, Diane Sherm, welcome to the Jazzy Trumpet. Somehow, oh, that's the same one. I'm painting my trumpet, Diane. This is a trumpet that I bought in New Orleans. And I'm not saying that it belonged to Al Hurt or Louis Armstrong, but the lady needed some money and I had it. And you can make comments anytime you want. I love to hear your comments. I guess y'all are back in town. Diane is a friend of mine for a long time. If this is the real Diane Sherm. There is a lag of, oh goodness, I don't know how much of a lag it is, but I hear you, or I see your comments a couple of minutes after you make them. So it isn't because I'm avoiding you or anything. I just don't see it. This is the end of a 1-week project. I haven't finished it because of Christmas and New Year. I mean, well, New Year's too, but I haven't finished it. And I won't do this as a project on a Facebook Live, but I have the case, and there were hidden compartments in the case. I'm not going to tell you what all I found, but it was very good. And it was really very interesting. This trumpet was made in the 1930s by a company in San Francisco that is no longer in business. And just to see the value, I did look it up, or I did do some research. And I'm not kidding now. I was offered $500, Diane. I do not tell stories, do I? But I think he was full of baloney, the man who offered it to me. Now I've got this I have this zoomed in so you can't see me, but we'll come out of this in just a minute so you can tell there's a real person doing this artistic work on the trumpet, that someone is really painting a trumpet. Now, if you have any any instruments at your house that you would like to paint, I highly recommend it. It's fun. This isn't the first one I've ever done, and it's very relaxing. Now this one's just going to go over around this corner, and just for the sake of not boring you with a pink stripe, I might go on to another color, but I'm going to come back to this. This is one of my husband's favorite things, this trumpet, because of the story that goes with it. I can't play it now because it's wet, but I thought about playing it like I plan to play a song after this is completed. This definitely would be a good one to play on. And if you have any requests, please make them now, because I'll try to practice at nighttime. Okay. I need to get rid of that brush and get another one. Thank you, Lekka. You're our #1 fan. Oh. Okay. I'm going to let that one stay out for just a second. I appreciate you being here today. Sometimes it doesn't seem like there are very many people on here. My audience comes in the evening, Lekka, and I'm really pleased about how it's picking up. But when you come in, just say hello, like, hey, Marty. Although, I got a letter from Social Security today, or your year-end statement and all that you go through. And they called me, my real name is Margaret, but they addressed my note to M-A-R-G-A-R-E, Margaret. And I was not only Margaret, but I was junior. So I could never get logged in to my account to complete my business, so I had to call them. And they said, how is your name spelled on your account? And I told them what was on the envelope. And guess what? That's what I got to go on from now on. That's how they spell my name. So, yep, that's crazy. I'm not going to question it. How do you like that, Lekka? That little, dark orange. Now this will take a little bit of time to dry. I'm going to have to, y'all have seen the case that this came in. Oh man. Let's just put a little orange in here because we can. I would like some yellow, but I can't get up to get it. Or we'd have a crash, those crashes that I have. So Like I said, I appreciate all of you being here today. I'm going to continue to paint. I hope that, I went out this morning and went to the grocery store. I wanted to get one of those prime rib roasts that was on special last week for Christmas. And I don't think they are anymore. Well, they said they were off. So anyway, I'm now looking for a prime rib roast that probably won't be on sale. Everybody, I think they have something else for when they have New Year's now. And we'll be celebrating it here. So anyway, I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a nice rest of the day. It's a great day to have a great day. And Lekka, thank you very much for your encouragement. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And yeah, I'll talk to you. Let me see, today is Friday, so I'll talk to you on Monday. And we will start our new project. Goodbye now. Y'all have a great day.